You guys have seen that there's been dinosaur sightings.
The Department of Prehistoric Wildlife, global organization that publishes up-to-date reports on dinosaur encounters.
In Rome?
Compsignatios.
Whoa.
Oh.
They had his camera.
Oh, he grabbed the camera? Give it back.
Compsignatios are small theropods. He probably should be worried because his food might get taken. And even though it is like only 3 feet long, I would never underestimate a carnivore. If a human did touch it, yes, it would bite with its little pointy teeth.
Do you think it cracked the screen on his cell phone?
At least scratch it up a little bit.
Bones weren't around in late Jurassic period millions of years ago. So it was like, what on earth is this? Yeah.
Go to Bali. Dimorphadons have been spotted apparently here.
Dimorphodon is a small type of pterosaur. Pterosaurs are the group of flying reptiles that have wings made of thin skin supported by an elongated fourth finger. They are not dinosaurs, they are close dinosaur relatives, but they're a separate group of reptiles. Oh, another Dimorphodon.
Just sitting on the sign.
Peru.
There was a sighting in Peru.
Oh no, a Carnotaurus.
Oh man, this seems like something maybe we should be taking more seriously.
Or like running away from.
Did you think that people in the train should be worried?
Any predatory animal like that, they're not going to want to go up against a train. They can know that thing's a lot bigger than them.
Yeah,
So.
kind of like the big Titanosaurian sauropods that it lived alongside with. It would not normally hunt down those gigantic plant-eating animals, and so a Carnotaurus probably would back down if it ever saw a moving train.
Passengers,
They're
stay in your
fine,
seats.
yeah.
And would you recommend the conductor honk since?
It'd be helpful because a loud sound could startle animals, even a big one. So a loud whistling sound could startle a 30-foot long Abelisaur theropod like Carnotaurus.
Go to Maine. Stegosaurus.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
Oh.
Poor dude. It's like, oh. Yeah, because he sees a late Jurassic dinosaur in the forest where he's biking. I'd be scared too. And fascinated, but scared.
So do you think he should have been this worried? Or should he kept on his bike path?
I think he should keep on his bite path because even though Stegosaurus is a gentle, low-browsing feeder, you gotta watch out for the dangerous tail spikes at the end of the tail. It will swing that tail spike whenever it's very scared or agitated.
Yeah, I'd almost be more afraid of some large herbivores than I would of some predatory animals.
You see, in this case, this is causing a real danger.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting out of that car. If it's still around, I would stay in the car, probably.
Yeah, just avoid the tail spikes. Gallimimus.
It says low aggression level. They could really bump you or kick you pretty hard.
If you were found in a flock of Gallimimus, that could be a little bit trouble, because a flock of animals can be dangerous, especially ornithomimids like Gallimimus. Yeah, ornithomimosaurs are ostrich-like dinosaurs, except that they have long grasping hands and long tails. But other than that, they pretty much act just like an ordinary ground-living bird. So ornithomimosaurs were omnivorous theropods. Oh, the marine lizard, the Mosasaurus. The Mosasaurs are the closest relatives to monitor lizards. Some of these early monitor lizards' evolved limbs became adapted to living in the water. That's why they have their large flippers and paddle-like tails to help them propel themselves.
Really early on, you had this break in where you had sauropsids, which are going to be your crocodiles, your birds, your reptiles. You have the synapsids, which right now the only living group are the mammals.
Like all tetrapods, it needs oxygen, so it could pop its head up into the water to breathe and then submerge back down.
Mosasaurus in the waters of New Zealand.
As far as I know, the water off of New Zealand's pretty cold there too. Which actually, cold water, you get a lot of life comes up out of that, so it'd be probably pretty good fishing grounds for it.
For the Mosasaurus to eat all the aquatic prey.
The Apatosaur. Oh,
Ooh, Apatosaurus.
This is in Toronto too. I mean, that's walking right through a neighborhood there.
yeah, he looks pretty
Sauropods.
fat, I guess. Is that gonna keep him warm, or is that just...
Maybe. We've been trying to figure out if sauropods were warm or cold-blooded. They might have been warm-blooded using their large size to keep them warm. Kind of like modern-day animals like rhinos and elephants. They don't normally have hair when they grow up because they have their large sizes to keep them warm. Maybe sauropods use their large body weight to keep them warm as well, since we have not found any plumage on these dinosaurs at all. But that Apatosaurus needs to definitely get somewhere where there's a lot of plant stuff, because the life of a sauropod is pretty much eating every single day.
I'm just curious how he got that far up there. I mean,
The dino trade, man. People are taking these things everywhere. Whoever pays the most. Some rich guy in Toronto probably wanted a baby.
Right, kept him in his apartment for a little bit, put it back into the sewers.
The Canary Islands, they spotted Pteranodon.
Probably, yeah, especially in southern Spain. It's a little warmer there. I think you
Yeah.
could probably,
And if it's got
wouldn't
aquatic
wanna live
life,
in
then it'll
southern
definitely
Spain.
go there too, because
Oh,
Pteranodons and all of its relatives usually eat fish.
Gotcha. So there's
Yep, just use that toothless beak to pluck fish from the water while it's soaring overhead.
Another Pteranodon.
Hey, what's up, everybody out here in Nashville, Tennessee? It's like Stegosaurus Park, beautiful sunny day.
Pteranodon flying overhead.
G, get down.
Yes, duck down,
Probably,
duck
yeah.
down.
We need to start putting fencing, you think, above houses?
I mean, yeah, that could be a protective way since Pteranodons love to swoop down, so maybe we could put shield barriers on there
Yeah,
so
so
that
we don't
once they go on there, they're just like,
it does seem like the Pteranodons and the Mosasaurs, those are the ones that can cause the real problems.
apex predators, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
Ending down in Australia?
Stygimoloch.
A former rescued.
Paleo sanctuaries, you agree with those?
Well,
Glad that we set them up
yeah,
in
if
this
they've
version
got
of Earth.
if they got the things suitable enough for the animals to live in it, then yeah, it would be perfect.
Looks like it was found in Costa Rica.
So yeah,
Ah.
Stygimoloch is a type of Pachycephalosaur, which are the dome-headed dinosaurs with those.
There's a little bit of controversy with these guys too. They were actually just juvenile forms of Pachycephalosaurs.
How do
Saurus.
you know when other dinosaurs aren't just juvenile versions of bigger ones?
By studying their histology, which is cutting open their skulls and looking at their histology. If it's like very squishy inside, then it's still growing. If it's very
Yeah.
solid, it's a full-grown adult.
Yeah.
Sinoceratops, okay, nice, a ceratopsian. Ceratopsians can be dangerous too because of their horns and their large frills, especially a Sinoceratops. It's got that large nose horn and the crown-like projections on the frill.
Says here, using some quick thinking and some handily conjured lettuce, Chanceloridona kept the Sinoceratops at bay.
Yeah.
Throwing some lettuce at it.
Yeah, which is a good thing because ceratopsians are herbivores thanks to their parrot-like beaks.
Except then you're just going to keep having it come back looking for more lettuce.
Yeah,
It's just
for sure. It's gonna be
Yeah.
like,
like
oh,
animals
I found,
today, you don't want to be
I
feeding
found
them.
a tree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because ceratopsians ate low-growing vegetation all the time, fuel up their large bodies.
So there's these ceratopsians found in Mongolia. They have those, those nice frilled crests and they had beaks on them. And so there's some idea that maybe Mongolians saw this and this is what gave rise to the legend of like the griffin.
Yeah.
You find these huge bones of beaks and everything. You're like,
Of course, this creature wasn't a griffin. It was a Protoceratops, which is a sheep-sized ceratopsian that lived in the late Cretaceous.
For them, they're just like one bone. I'll just make the rest up. You got to start somewhere. Allosaurus? What do we got?
Ooh, fun fact, this is my favorite non-bird dinosaur, Allosaurus.
now aggression level moderate. I think that might be a little low.
Allosaurus is a fierce predator, but unlike T-Rex, it's not a bone cruncher, but it was still a formidable predator, so I would definitely avoid Allosaurus and all of its relatives at all costs.
Oh,
Allosaurus
man.
was the apex predator of the Morrison Formation in the late Jurassic period, so yeah, it was a very successful animal.
Some Ankylosaurus in India.
Yeah, I think this is one of the largest national parks in India.
Oh, so you think they're
okay.
just letting him live here?
Yeah, so
Probably,
it's like
yes.
we find a lot of,
If that
Indian
increase-
rhinoceros, tigers, Indian elephants like that, so they probably fit right in.
Yeah,
Okay, so if this is increasing attendance and they're making more money at the national park,
Yeah.
you'd say just leave them there?
Yeah, the only issue is I
Yeah.
wonder how much it's impacting the animals that are living there now.
yeah.
Indian rhinoceros is a really endangered animal, and one of the reasons is their habitats. They don't have their habitats being destroyed. And they don't have a lot of that. So if you're introducing another giant herbivore,
Yeah.
hence they're gonna push them out.
Yeah,
Would they-
especially with their armor and tail clubs.
Yeah.
This was found recently in Canada.
Oh, the Nasutoceratops.
Oh, it's right there.
Yep, baby Nasutoceratops at the door. Huh, that's cute. That is cute.
Is it
Runs
okay
away.
to open the door and pet?
Well, yeah,
Probably wouldn't.
maybe.
He'd be compelled. I mean, I would want to, but
Well, you said yes, you said no.
I mean, I would want to.
No dinosaur pet another dinosaur.
They're just thinking, why is this strange animal going after my baby? I gotta get him.
If an adult Nasutoceratops isn't there, then maybe I would take a chance to touch its little frill or its little horns. But if an adult Nasutoceratops
Yeah.
is there, I wouldn't, because that's another large ceratopsian. And ceratopsians are very protective with their young, just like rhinos and elephants.
Do you think it should have been called the Mesozoic Park?
It would be more fitting.
Because all the animals featured in this whole trilogy are from the Mesozoic era, I probably would work for Biosyn because I would know all the animals there and take very good care of them so that they can live in a natural habitat in this safe headquarters.
See my big